Dark chocolate Kit Kat, which I had seen before. I normally really like dark chocolate. I don't know if I'm fully buying into the Kit Kat dark, though. I don't know if I'm just used to the classic Kit Kat, or if maybe I just need to keep working on it. Maybe I need to wrap my head around the dark Kit Kat. I don't know. Hey, Archie. Thank you for the good luck. You did miss the big grub number. We got up to 4,047. But yeah, exciting times. All right. Pause that delectable tune there. Dark chocolate Reese's. I don't know if I've ever had a dark chocolate Reese's. I've had them. Is there like a marshmallow one? I think I've had. I love just a classic Reese's cup. It's one of my favorites. So very good. So we are about to level up once again. What we have left here. So I think she's out. I think this is locked out. I'm not going to worry about the base yet. You go to the island. Island for bullet traces. Suitable location for the giant antenna. This is conceptualization. I think that's the check for this. Let me just double look.
Yo, man, what's on your mind?
Yes, it's conceptualization. Okay. Oops. Come on. Take care, Noid. So, we kind of need to level up before we can check that one again. And then we can throw something into conceptualization. With this, this is a look. Look at this look. With the multi-tool, no less. This game is so cool. Is there anything that we can do to level up? We're still looking for a firearm. I don't know where the heck that could possibly be yet. Maybe we'll find it on the island here. I guess the island is the only way to go. The only other thing I guess we could look at is if there's any white checks that I haven't closed out. Lorry, physical instrument. I guess we could try it? Again, I kind of... Part of me is just like, let's go to the island. Let's just do it. Let's pull the band-aid off this sucker and do it. Get a grub tonight. Get a grub tonight. Oh, this is not the way we want to go. Oh, fast travel. Oh my goodness. Galaxy, you're gonna truly save us all this time here. Remember? I don't remember. How do we do this again? Do I need to be in a certain place for this to work? Do I have to be by the church to then warp out of the church? Such a weird system. Okay, that should be close. Do a little dance. Get a little grub. Do. Get a grub. 'Cause we are a true physical instrument now. This is something we have very much grown into. And if we can maybe get a white check and level up, that will allow us to maybe do that other quest. I think it's this lorry that we're looking at here.
A lorry abandoned by...
Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, let's quickly change clothes. Clothing. Give me all of your physical instrumenting, please. Sure, we'll let the paintbrush thing in just in case. Physical instrument -1 still. We'll double check that. What is giving me -1 here at the moment? Oh, this tie. I don't want anything to do with that tie. Annoyingly, I guess we really don't have much in here, but I guess we've got points in there, so hopefully that'll be good enough. Oop, wrong button. There we go.
A lorry abandoned by the smell of cigarette. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has... Voila.
Bonne prise.
This large toll booth.
I forget
there,
where this
hundreds
check
of
is.
thousands of motor carriers.
Best not to.
The stack of maps looks just these. One of them. There's definitely perfume in the air. The remnants of a sweet juice. The remnants. The actresses and the rare actor.
Toolbox?
A metallic drawer. It's an issue of... It looks like these four
The Ulan frequency system.
pull-out toolbox sliced back into its nest. The rest is as it was.
Maybe it's the
Posters, a
different-
radio, dust on the windows. Voila.
I don't know,
Bonne
it's
prise.
that one.
Best not to dis.
The stack of maps looks
The radio?
like
Strange.
it has to be an advanced model to fit.
No, that's not. What? I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
I love the Kim Speed Freaks thing. It's very funny.
No, that's not. What? I have.
The ghostly actresses and
Check the pelts.
you wait, but one sandpaper adds extra. The movie stars are still smiling from the walls, but this you close the.
Maybe it's not. Oh, you know what? This was probably like when we were supposed to break into this thing. It's interesting that that's a white check. Abandoned lorry. Yeah, I guess that one's not there anymore. Interesting. The cargo container door we can't get to. The mirror. We could try the mirror again. Conceptualization again. That one's gone. Joyce is gone. Egghead, godly. We were gonna get that one. The rest of these, I can try to get the sandwich. Sleeping dock worker. Is that guy still there? I wonder if he is. Probably not. Joyce gone. Warded door. Okay. We don't really have much left then. I guess we can go, because it's right here anyway. If I can get around the long way. We can go look at the mirror. Look at the mirror. I like the expression, so I'm not really too keen on getting rid of it, but if we can do it, we can do it. Oh, he's got a check.
Hi
doesn't
again,
he?
gendarme.
Composure.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
There's always sleeping over here, right? Yeah, it might be time to get on the boat. Might be that sweet, sweet boat time.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of yourself in the mirror, the expression fixed to your clean-shaven face.
That's never gonna
You're still
happen
not
here.
accustomed to it.
It's locked. Interfacing, chain cutters. Okay. Well, let's try that. The old chain cutters, you say? And that was interfacing. We've got interfacing things. Many interfacing things. There's a 2 glove, so I'm going to leave that one out for now. Oh, we must have them all added in. I could have sworn we had more interfacing. Oh well. Where is my tool? Pry bar, chain cutters. Oh, no. I need to go in there.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean.
83.
You see the reflection of the faucet is quite terribly mangled,
Pretty bad roll, too.
but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure.
Just enough.
The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Is that it? Oh, that opens up another expression check. Or another, yeah. Okay, so now we can try to go electrochemistry and see what happens. We should not pass this check at all, but we gotta try it, right? +1. +1. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Reaction speed or savoir faire. That's fine. Whatevs. Electrochemistry. This could be our best outfit yet. This is the best hat, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. It's just the truth.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly.
Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
Oh, that's always good. We love a bit of pain.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the
42.
reflection of yourself in the mirror. It's like something snaps
go.
in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Look at the look at the portrait now. It looks so
The
sad.
bathroom mirror has been
Aw, I kind of like the expression. R.I.P. We had a good run. Serious
You
cop
should
now.
pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
The what
The
now?
living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It wants smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker. Especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. Can't smoke
How
that.
very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all. Or you could not do that. No one is making you.
I'll think about it.
Good. Thinking about yummy cigarettes in your mouth is the next best thing. Make sure you think about juicy sticks of tobacco all the time, though. It doesn't count if it's not all the time. And when you're done thinking about them, graduate to getting them. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
Ooh. I guess I haven't had any like electrochemistry build at all, so I guess there's probably going to be a load of these things. Cool. Well, we didn't get the level up we thought we were going to get, but we'll have to continue when we can. So much more to see. I think we've pretty much hit the end of it here. This is it. Like we could. There's this like like lay some sweet lines on Lillian here. I think that's like the only thing that I haven't done. Warded door. I'm trying to remember what the warded door was. Was that in the might have been in here, but I don't think that's an open check anymore, actually. I feel like we've already done it. Right? Book appears to be erotica, without the actual erotica. Yeah, I think it's boat time. I think it's the boat. The boat goat. We'll be back and we'll hopefully level up. We'll do another conceptualization up check, and we'll try to do the tower, I think. I will do this really fast. Interact with the apricot chewing gum wrapper because
There
this
it is
was so
again.
interesting.
The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple.
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich. There is a movement next to you, the shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Where did it go?
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
I don't know. Take a deep
Bitter,
breath.
citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger like a glow with every breath you take, until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Feels so familiar.
Interesting. Alright, we got a thought about gum. I don't think we have open spots, but obviously we don't have a way to unlock them at this point. Cool. Alrighty. It is time. It is that time. If I can somehow travel back to the church. Oh my, fast traveling. This is a whole thing. What a life we live. There's a lovely color. You don't have anything else you want to say about this fire guy?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks.
No, very good. Let's do it. Let's make a save here, I guess. This seems to be a time where things will fork once again.
The skiff floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
The Rue A72 motor skiff.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
I'm probably not wearing the right clothes.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Let me really quick, just again, this is the classic part of this where I just change my clothes for a 5th time. We're gonna move out of electrochemistry and just kind of do maybe like perception. Interfacing sounds nice. Reaction speed. I feel like these things might be important for us. Who knows what we're gonna run into out there? Visual calculus, that sounds lovely. Do here, too crazy. Again, we can always change. Shivers might be actually kind of nice. Composure and shivers, we'll stick with those. Throw these suckers back on. Need our Frog Detective hat, of course. A bit of, yeah, I'll do that instead. Right, what is this? Confidence, pain threshold. Yeah. Yeah. This seems fine. This seems fine. Let's do it. Okay, we're ready.
The skiff, once you... Have you made... Remember what the net picker said.
You take the engine, Kim, I'll get the boombox.
What?
You heard me, don't make me repeat myself. What? How else do we blast Sad FM on the way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Good job, Kim. Here we go. It's too bad we can't do Speed Freaks FM. I think Kim would have been a little bit more into it. Here we are, we're on the boat. Apparently this is a thing. I'm a little bit nervous. I feel like, chat folks, you've been making me double, triple, quadruple think if I'm ready for these things. Good boat. Sea power. Oh, cool. The music in this game is like obviously like incredibly diegetic, right? So it does a really good job of kind of hiding. But I bet it is really good, you know what I mean? Big zoom out. See the church and it's kind of like whole form there, kind of cool. Good shot. very nice if we could zoom out this far while we're walking around normally. I probably wouldn't have gotten lost so many times. Okay, this must be the island. Looks like we got some sort of oil runoff over here. It's not very good. Interesting. A whole new place for me to get lost in. Very good. Look at all the little nooks and crannies here, huh? This ought to be interesting. Very cinematic.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
Very cool. So we did get a level up on that. I'm not going to spend it right away in the interest of I don't know what's going to happen to us. If we manage to get through all of this and don't need it, conceptualization check. So we'll kind of go from there. A makeshift bridge. The volumes were powerful enough to break the foundation. Rusted chain trails off into the ocean. Ellipses.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot and lands in.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it's used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Lock it from who?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Let me do this while I'm thinking of it. Otherwise, we're going to have another catastrophe at the beginning of next room. Okay. I guess we'll take a look at the lower part first here. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Some old tires. It doesn't look like I can go into the reeds any deeper here. Got a number of checks up there, which I guess is what this game is trying to get me to do here. The soundtrack's really interesting. Again, it doesn't it's never the forefront. It hides nicely in the background. Yeah. There's a lingering trace of Mizzou. Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black viscous. Attention! Inflammable. Assuming that's flammable. Oh, hello, perception.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What's
The flock
flood?
of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other, like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work, of great importance to the few who attend.
Okay, to the west.
A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
And to the east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide filtered through its grains, a bird tending to its feathers.
It's interesting. This is like the shivers check that we got on Land's End there. Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless. A drop of rain falls on a black log of an extinguished campfire.
Below the silence.
Called a Mamadakwa. We are way out now. Way out in the west. No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Kim.
Yes?
This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you. You're concentrated on how.
Have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
Yes, I have to listen for one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
I guess that's that. Cool. I've got a couple things to look at here. That's an entrance, looks like, so we'll check this first. Barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks in it. Trying to select. There we go. The little birch from the coin-operated viewer still holding on. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Oh, no. Come on.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is the ICM?
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army, the black and white army of the Revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
Yeah, RCM, a little bit.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May.
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex. It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
Liberation Police. A little embarrassing in 51, though. Maybe we need a rebrand? Rebrand would be cool.
No one remembers the ICM. The connotation is less important each year.
White Star.
No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Insane clown militia. I will say when I saw ICP, I was like, that's it, right? And I was like, oh, wait, this is a different, like, world. Are those speck stars, too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
A DeLorean era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
Ooh. Looks old. What's it doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Looks like we're going in. Hold on to your butts. Alright, totally normal inside. Sure nothing bad will happen here. Okay, we're on like a catwalk situation. What's this? Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Looks like we can get down a different way, it's suggesting. Yeah, hold on to your grubs. This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here, medium distance, large caliber. Okay.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Oh, we do have fuel. Where do the wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generator?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Tap on the side.
The hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does it mean? A generator here?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
I meant why is it?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Yeah,
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch.
pull the rope.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Okay. Cool. We've got power. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracol blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How
You
recent?
force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
No
Yes,
time now,
anytime.
right?
If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
Interesting. It's a bit tricky because I guess the game might start cutting into my, I guess like my answers and stuff if we're in too much pain. Guess I'll pop endurance on. Although shivers is kind of nice. Closure. I was just thinking like if we have any pain threshold stuff, it might be worth me tossing that on there for now. I don't know how big of a deal it is, but see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures. Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
The lieutenant inspects a soft cover. Conceptualization check. My favorite. I guess we could pop one in there. Back to the clothes. I wish you could kind of like save certain builds. We need this conceptualization one anyway, so I'm gonna do it. Did it take? It did. Okay. Well, I don't know if it'll
Soft
get
covers,
us past
serialized
the bit here,
fantastique, and detective stories.
Okay.
Animal
42%.
adventures. A magazine, not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes. Fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say. The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
Dang. Keep on trucking here. Army surplus winter scarf. What do you do, huh? +2 empathy, -1 composure. Okay. Let's press on. Not much we can do here other than keep on going. Magnesium. We are trying to be a mag freak. This great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
What is on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open this?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He looks at the door, then at its bigger brother, then at the lock.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
I find us not opening it highly unlikely. Yeah, we can see if we can open the blast door.
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Okay. Deal. Anything else in here? Jeez. All kinds of goodies. Okay. What do we have here?
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
The mag. Run your finger. No, what is this?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Did it open the blast door?
I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
Okay, we'll try that.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Ooh, what's back here? The slowest door in history.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
I'm scared. What's there?
I don't know.
Can't admit we're scared. The hatch is jammed. Shit. What's out this way? I want to check the other door too, but firing slit. Cannot see inside. Okay, what about you? Must have been a direct hit to take out such a huge chunk. The distant sound of cargo ships. Signal horns echo. Looks like that's it. What a cool area. Like, this looks very neat. What are you saying here? Hello, I see you, check. Allow me to take it. Water rushes below. Bar down below. Step here. Money. And mag. The mag. Incredible. Alright, well, now we go through the scary door. Into the scary everything else, presumably. Oh, it just goes outside. Everything is good. What's this? Oh, hello. Small white flowers blossom all around you. Ooh, small white flowers. Ooh, I wonder if they're Maybells. A rubber dinghy. It's deflated. Shout out, dinghy dog. Zoom out. Can I zoom out a little bit? The air smells sweet and scary somehow. Oh, it's... Is this the fire guy, I wonder? Saving in case death, right? How are we built right now, or do we have anything that's... Is this okay? I know I kind of made some last-minute changes to pain threshold stuff. I guess we're kind of balanced. Who cares, right? Hello, friend.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth.
Deserter.
Then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Are you the fire guy?
You what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell two kids to put out their fire, two twins?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
Ooh, how did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Oh, Sad FM.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was not rock and roll, it was Sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, the deserter. Actually, an ice cream salesman.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
It's a nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
The Bill McGraw?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
That's the rifle.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
Who are these folks?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the board.
His gaze turns inward. It would be good if he put the gun down. I feel like this is not something he's going to be very apt to do. He also doesn't seem... What an interesting... Put the gun down.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
Oh, Kim, easy now.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Red check. I mean, this would be incredible. I am an enemy commander of rank. Put it down.
It's a good line, but your voice slips on Commander, producing a little squeak. Sounds like you're afraid.
We might as well have said sorry to bother you after that, yeah.
A big-time operator of the pederast army. How about I keep it, huh? Hand it over to a real killer. A Briscard.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly and then looks at it lying.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What'd you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. What are these words?
Real music. Real Proletkult. That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
You need to address that remark.
I'm not a misanthrope. I'm a half-dead police officer who's just doing his job. I'll just ask about this. What are you talking about?
It is the anthem of the world revolution. One of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was some Samaran shit, I guess.
How does it go, the song?
How did it go?
He looks at his gun on the ground and shakes his head slowly.
Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
Pick up the gun in his
His
hand.
gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Inspect
The
closer.
rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Hold on to your butts, indeed. It's as he said.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangon, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition. And it does.
Yeah, it does use it.
The right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
Alright, we'll be taking
The
that.
old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession. Any time.
Now, who the heck is this guy?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
His eyes turn to the reeds again, dead and dull.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? Your holdover from the
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
I was like, I think that's right. 43 years, huh?
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
So yeah, you've been hiding for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
You said fast.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
Couldn't give up.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Great question.
Hiding, fishing, waiting. Always waiting. Always.
For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
Girl Child Revolution. That's a DDR game that I'm not familiar with.
Always.
Afraid she... Let's see if we got... She's gone. She better come. I've given my life to Mazzy and Socio. So that's true, we have gone down that road, haven't we? Oh, sure, yeah, GCR game, correct. Nothing in history is guaranteed.
No. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
So that's why he's the deserter.
What can I do?
You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
So what is reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Yes, we all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away.
He does not seemingly react to what you said. Only his right brow moves a little.
I had to be careful with these silly answers because
He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
And this was when?
the lieutenant instinctively looks to his notebook. Does not take it out.
May the 13th, '08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Ooh, dark magic?
The combined might of international capital, all at once, All the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower,
He gestures towards it.
huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
He didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
Airships. Multi-rotored airships used in the landing.
Airships?
Aerostatics. The landing had started. I climbed out into hell. There were ships all above, hissing, whirling, and men pouring out. The chain was submerged, so I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels, or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
See what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know
What?
that the bourgeois are not human.
I've always suspected this.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Jeffreto.
I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore.
Yeah, this one will probably go for a while, but I don't... Can I save in the middle of this? No, I can't, so we gotta keep it rolling. You're in it. We're in it to win it now. What is this place?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
That's true. I actually saved right before engaging in this conversation. Technically, I could turn it in. I probably should. Are we talking about like this is going to be a few more minutes longer, or this is going to be like... I mean, this is for sure going to be a big one, isn't it? Yeah, let's... Okay, maybe... 1 to 2 hours. Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, fair enough. More than a few minutes. All right. We did save right before engaging. We can always... Oh, yeah, put the switch to sleep. That's true. Yeah, I probably... We have anything from the switch on the wheel? Let me have a look. That would be the only X factor. I think we might have... We have Earthbound, but I could play that on the Mini. Hang on, let me just pull up the thing. Because that would be the play. I really should get going to bed. Yeah. All right, cool. We're good. Yeah. Nah, this will make it to Tuesday. Perfect. I hope you folks don't mind. We're going to pause it right here. And we will continue shortly after. And even if something weird happens, power outage, although the Switch will be fine. If something weird happens, we did just save right before talking to this guy, so that'll be Cool. Sleep. Sleep.